Hello everyone. So welcome to my channel Learn with Adar Sukla, and today I'm going to talk about the concept of liberation that is called Moksh in Hindi. So without wasting even a second, let's begin with the topic. Sooner or later in our lives we come across the concept of liberation or freedom. I beg your pardon to call it a concept because I have never seen or come across any living entity who has been liberated and can share his or her experience with me. People tell us about the formation of the universe, how it operates, and how the cycle of the birth and death follows. And we accept it without any reasoning, without any interrogation, without any questions raised. But why? Why do we need to accept what is never felt by us? The phenomena of cycle of birth and death is explainable to some extent. But the concept of liberation is somewhat vague, never settles in my mind, and probably in your minds too. I simply grew up unaware of punya and pap, unaware of karma and liberation. But now I'm at a point, actually, we all reach at this point of our life where these questions become equally important as other aspects of our life. Maybe liberation is not a fallacy. Maybe it exists as every atom in this universe. I remember the great words of great sage Sri Adi Sankaracharya. He said, what limits us of achieving God or achieving liberation is our senses. Our eyes never let us see the reality. It happens to fall prey to the illusion. And our ears never let us listen to the divine. In the same manner, every sense of our mortal body limits us to reach God. Before we even begin in this complex puzzle of liberation, cycle of birth and death, we need to understand one thing, and that is attachment. Attachment to our family and dear ones, attachment to our possessions, and attachment to these worldly desires are the biggest enemy of our path to emancipation. Once we detach ourselves of these attachments, our half of the work is done. Detachment, an easy word, isn't it? But as easy as the word sounds, practically it's equally hard to implement. We are so tightly fastened in these chains of mundane world that it seems a Herculean task at hand to break these chains and attain freedom. Since our birth, we are surrounded with people, things, and thoughts. The chains of emotions, affiliations, desires, and many more never let their grip loose on us. If loosened, we will be free of this materialistic world and will be spiritually elevated. Sometimes it all looks pre-planned, looks as if we are the puppets of this great show called life and world is a stage. But we can't see the man with the strings in hand. These are some occult doors of our life that can't be peeped in, let alone opening. Even then we strive to know the truth. We try to look beyond those mystical doors of our lives. Many say just keep on following the path of karma and eventually you will be liberated. And some say just abandon this world and get wholly devoted to the Supreme Lord, and He will take care of your freedom from this cycle of birth and death. People suggest umpteen paths of liberation. Whom to believe and whom not to is unanswerable by our mind. So, guys, this was my opinion about liberation or freedom that we crave for in our lives, or the place that we always want to have in the in the feet of Supreme Lord. So the topic hasn't ended here. I'll be extending this topic and will be covering as much of the discussion as possible. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and till then, tata bye bye, and see you again with another amazing video.